What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're using more wood chips and we're going to go fill the wildflower gardens. Now, I do not have enough landscape cloth or tarp to put in between these aisles, and I'm actually going to try not to use the stuff anymore because I've been researching and there's a lot of stuff that is wrong with this landscape tarp. So we're going to try to use cardboard today. I do have a friend helping me. He's actually on his way. I'm going to go get prepared, pull out the golf cart, and we're going to have a system going because the two piles of wood chips are on either end of the wildflower gardens, but they're still further away from the garden. We're going to have to do some kind of teamwork and form some kind of way to go back and forth while having the wood chips prepared for the other person. So we'll see how this all goes down. There's lots to do, so let's get to it. Okay, we're going to be grabbing the kiddie pool and my golf cart for this project. He's going to have a truck, and we're also going to be using a tarp to pull some of these wood chips. I'm going to get a couple shovels. We've got a couple rakes that we're also going to be bringing. Okay, I pulled my golf cart out and my friend just got here. We do have a system figured out that we're going to be doing with those two tarps, and one's going to be working at the pile putting the wood chips on the tarp, and then the other person's going to be by the gardens loading it into the gardens, and then we'll both be raking at the end. All right, these are all of the pieces of cardboard that we're going to be using. We went to a rent-a-center and they gave us their cardboard. It was out in the garbage, so we're going to be using this in a couple of the walkways, but we don't have enough to put all of it in there. One of the ideas that we're going to do is put the leaves from the gardens out into the walkways and use that as sort of a mulch for underneath the wood chips. I'm going to be cutting these up and putting them on there. I will drive over with the golf cart and put all those down there. We're going to be putting the kiddie pool inside the back of his truck. He is also going to put some bungees on the back of his truck, load this up, and we're going to put this onto the back of his truck. He will pull it over there, and this will be a system. We'll do that with two different tarps and hopefully have these gardens done in no time. So this first load of cardboard didn't take much, and we did not fill up a whole thing. If you guys could see at the end here, there is a bunch of leaves that I scraped out of the gardens, and this will be sort of like a mulch for underneath the wood chips. I also did this pathway over here, and I'm going to cover that with wood chips. So because the ends of these gardens have a bunch of leaves, that's what I'm going to use for the rest of the pathways as a mulch. So I'm going to be raking a bunch of this right now while my friend starts to rake over there with the wood chips, and then we're going to get a system going. Fill these gardens with wood chips. All right, my friend Dave is right here, and he is loading up the kiddie pool that is going to be in the back of his truck. Then he's going to load up a big pile of wood chips onto this tarp. We're going to hook it underneath his truck on both sides with bungees, and then he's going to drive over there, and I'll be over there scooping it into the wildflower paths. I'm going to chisel away at this pile. Okay, we are in my workshop, and I've got my bungee station over here. We're going to be using maybe these black ones, maybe even the blue ones, because they're sturdier than it seems like these yellow ones would be. I think these will do. If not, I'll grab these two. Okay, there is a lot of leaves in this corner here that I can pull out into the middle to help it be a mulch for underneath the path, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm also going to take as much as I can out of the gardens. We've got that space over there filled with cardboard, so this is the first section that'll be done. After he gets done loading up the truck, he'll bring it over here and we can start filling these pathways. Okay, he's bringing the first load over. We just realized that we're not going to be able to get this pile of wood chips all the way down these aisles. So we're going to go to Tractor Supply and get a wheelbarrow, and it's going to be easier for the one person who stays down here to scoop it into the wheelbarrow and then drive it down this aisle and dump it. That will make this go a lot faster. Right, I'm at Tractor Supply and we are going to look at the wheelbarrows. Hopefully there's one that is affordable enough. So we are back with the wheelbarrows and we're going to start putting all of the wood chips in there and actually walking it down there. I've already started on those and it is a lot easier than walking it down there or even using the kiddie pool or even scoop by scoop. When this gets a little bit less filled, this can also be dragged down there and dumped the rest of the way in the paths. All right, one thing that we discovered is that it would be easier for two people to bring this down this row and dump it. And then when we're done, he's gonna go back and I fill this kiddie pool while he fills stuff on here. And because we've got this area to fill in back there, I back in and drop the kiddie pool of stuff while he's doing this. And then he's going to put that back on his truck and we're gonna make another round. We have one of these pathways done. It did take all day, other than trying to find out how we were gonna wheel that in there, but after we figured it out, we had about a good 3 or 4 hours of work that we did. We still have to go all the way around the entire garden, so we're gonna pick this up again tomorrow. This is the second day we're out here working. I'm still using the golf cart to pile a load in the kiddie pool, and then we're team lifting this into the aisles to dump it. My friend is taking a different route. He goes around here this time instead of around here, and I'm gonna be backing into the gardens there to fill in the aisle. Not only that, but in the beginning, we tried to rake as many leaves out of the wildflower gardens as we could to use as a bottom layer of the mulch, under the mulch, because we ran out of cardboard. That is what's next, and let's get to it. I am driving around the gardens this way. We're working on the second one. We're bringing the tarp over this way. He's gonna be driving in this way. I'm gonna take my golf cart and drive in here, and I'm gonna go to the end of this and drop it at the end so we could fill in this section here. And then he unloads the tarp right here while I am spreading that, and then I come over here, help him drag this into here, and this is where we left off. We're going all the way to the end. Oh, he's got it by himself. And then he puts the tarp back in. He's going to back out. I'm going to rake this as far as I can, and then we're going to be putting the next load right next to it. And then that should complete this aisle on this side while I continue using the golf cart in the kiddie pool to fill in the front half. And we are back here for another round. We lay out the tarp, I fill the pool, and we do it all over again. So this forms somewhat of a teamwork method, and we're working together rather than one person over there and one person over here. It seems to be working out really well. We're getting a lot done, and the second path will be done soon. We have 2 of the aisles done at the front wildflower gardens. I still have to do this area right here, there, all the way down there. There's still a lot to do, but trip after trip we made, filled up these aisles. I'm about to cut this section right here to make it a little bit wider so the golf cart can fit through there, because right now the golf cart cannot fit between this area, between the fence and the gardens. So we're just gonna modify the garden and make it kind of rounded, and then I'll fill all of that in with wood chips later. Coming back for the last round. We're gonna drop this last round at the end, and then we will be done with this aisle. And it's actually really good because we pulled out all of these leaves to be that mulch for the bottom. So that's why you see all of those leaves on the ground. And then when I need more for this area right here, I'll pull them out there. I'll pull this stuff out here just to make this aisleway. Not gonna lie, that was a little bit of a challenge. Even with 2 people, 2 cars, and 2 days, we did make some progress and get 2 of the wildflower garden aisles done. We do have a lot left to go, and I will probably be by myself doing all of this, so it's gonna take a lot longer. But once you have a system down, you can work at doing it, and eventually it's all going to come together. I do still have the rest of the front gardens to do and all of the back gardens, but we will chisel away at this project and get it done. The gist of it was recorded in today's video. It was too much for me to do all of the wildflower gardens and put it into one video, so we're just gonna leave it at that. This is how I'm doing it. This is how the process that I'm doing it, so that the viewers get a gist of how I'm doing this project and what I needed to do to get some of it done. So I will be doing the rest of it probably by myself, and I'll be using a different method, probably just the golf cart, the wheelbarrow, and the kiddie pool. And since my golf cart can fit down these aisles, I'll do it that way, because before I was walking the kiddie pool down the aisles because I didn't know if my golf cart could fit, but thank goodness it does. So we will knock this project out sooner or later, and stay tuned because you guys will see the finished project later on. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button below and click the notifications bell so you can receive a notification every time I post a new video, which is every Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. So I'm not gonna finish up the gardens, but don't put that in. He is taking, don't put that. All right, so that project did take 2 days, and I did not get the entire garden done, the whole entire wildflower garden section done. Don't put any of this. Of course, help with 2 people is, don't put that either. And there's 3 aisles, don't put any of this either. I do still have the back area of the, don't put that, progress, so we do still have to do the, don't put that either. I do have a ton more to do, but we're gonna work on that and, you know, chisel a little, don't put that.